Hello from Tokyo! Today I'm going to do another floral balloon smash using these rainbow colors. So I'll be selecting from this palette here and I'll put everything in the description box below. I've mixed the colors with clear PVA glue, a little bit of US Floral and water to quite a thin consistency as you can see. And the base is titanium white, also very thin, thinner than the colors. This is mixed with just clear PVA glue and water. Again, the recipe is in the description. It's time to lay down the colors. Now I realize in a minute that I forgot to torch out the bubbles, so I will be doing that in a moment. There we go. And once I've torched it out, I will continue to lay down the colors from both ends. I'm starting with reds and oranges on one side and purples on the other, and purples and blues, and then blowing it out as you can see here. And what I'll do with this painting is continue to lay colors down and blow them out rather than doing any tester balloon smashes. On a side note, you'll notice that the camera angle has changed here. Basically, I had two cameras set up, and my other regular camera for some reason blurred all the way through, so I'm using this footage. It's actually not bad. Please tell me what you think. But this camera's battery runs out halfway through too, so I had to revert to using the other camera. A lot of accidents happen in this actually, but we got there in the end with the painting. So I'll be quiet now and come back for when we are going to balloon smash. It's time to start balloon smashing. And for this painting, I'm starting from the middle and dabbing my finger into the center of the flower each time. That kind of brings it all together. And also wiping the balloon between smashes so the colors don't all blend together. I'll also be using a smaller water balloon to make smaller flowers. And in this case, I leave the paint on because I'm smashing in, can you see it's all like one light blue color there? So I want to try and see if I can add some more color. And then I'll wipe it off for the next section there. So not long after this, the water balloon pops whilst I'm wiping it. So whilst I'm clearing that up, it got a bit dark, so I had to put the ring light on. It didn't seem to be true to color once I started recording, so I'm sorry about that. I need to work on the lighting. However, you can see my new water balloon. And I've noticed whilst that all happened that my camera hadn't been working from this angle, so I reset that up because the ring light was actually on that camera. So this is why you're getting this from different viewpoints. So the rest of the video will be from this angle, as a few minutes later the other camera then ran out of battery. So it's quite eventful, this painting. Actually, even the tripod fell over, so yeah, a lot happened. So I'm starting to add the pollen section of the flowers, the middle parts, by putting a bit of paint on my finger and dabbing several times. And I repeat this process over and over. So like I say in all my videos, I don't show the whole process. And also, if you have any trouble with getting this right, you can use an implement like I think it's a dotting implement, like to make dots. This one that people use for mandalas and stuff, and that can help. So after torching out all the air bubbles, let's have a look at the finished wet version of the painting. And you can see how the middles are. Again, doing the finger dabbing really changes what the flower looks like, I think. So I find it an essential extra bit to do, even if it takes a lot of time. I do love the colors. It worked really well. In retrospect, I wish I used a bit more yellow and green. And that's a part where I did a finger painting flower because I was having no luck with the balloon smashes. These little guys are so cute. And the very far corner flower is really nice. I love that. Look at the center on that. I feel like it's a bit sparse with red at the top on the, the right side of the painting. So I do think about adding some more, and I do this off camera. So we'll see that in the dried finish. And here is the dried finish where it's all flattened out so you can see it better. The center looks amazing with this one. That's right, I only put a tiny bit of gold and it was in that flower, and then I forgot to put any gold back up. Oh well. This is the extra part. I added those two flowers. That one looks really cool. It's almost like a lotus flower within the flower. The center looks like a lotus. And here we go. As I say, I wish I put a bit more yellow and green in this painting. And here comes the blue and purple section. It looks really nice. I try to add some white to the center of here. I like that contrast. It's my first time to do this rainbow selection with these balloon smashes, and I would like to try this again because I am loving this. I think I prefer it this way up. What do you think? I've just brought it to the other room to check for iridescence. There isn't that much because I only used, I think, 2 or 3 iridescent colors. That's it. But yes, what did you think? And thank you so much for your patience with all the different camera angles and accidents. And thank you as always so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.